Hi guys, this is a change to your scheduled program because I was going to be putting out the match vlog today, but it stopped me from editing that, so that's great. And it's breaking news, guys. It's breaking news. It means finally that Wolves' former head coach now, Gary O'Neill, has been sacked by Wolves. Just going to give you some initial thoughts on this news. We're going to be bringing in producer Emma, and then we will be doing an extra time special with all the main pundits and fans later on this evening. But first of all, it has not, at this point, as far as I can see, been officially announced by Wolves. But it was interesting. We were talking this morning that Wolves had not made a social post since the final whistle yesterday. It's just been announced. First, a Percy bomb dropped that Wolves have sacked Wolves head coach Gary O'Neill. And then obviously all the mainstream press put that out. Obviously, we put it immediately out on social. My initial first thoughts is hallelujah, hallelujah. Finally, action has been taken. It should have been taken a long time before this. It should have happened a long time ago. And, you just seen in the last 3 or 4 games with the incidents with the players, saw in the South Bank, Lamina at the end of the game against West Ham, Ryan Ait-Nouri yesterday, Mateus Cunha as well. You could see it was absolutely falling apart, that there is no discipline in that dressing room at all. They completely lost the respect and discipline of the dressing room. And as you probably saw from my reaction after the game yesterday, where I got very emotional, and obviously, it was a tough day family-wise, and why I'm dressed up smart, because we're all going out for a nice meal with the family this afternoon to celebrate my mom's birthday, which would have been yesterday. But I'm absolutely delighted that they've made a decision. My understanding is that there was a emergency meeting at 8:30 p.m. last night. Also hearing today that Jeff Shee, our chairman, was not actually at the game. And I think he was advised not to go. Obviously, it did turn a little bit nasty yesterday. This is what I was always thinking would probably happen. And obviously, we've lost the game. And Gary O'Neill's comments after the match yesterday, where he was basically pointing the finger at everyone but himself, it had to be the last straw. Obviously, he steadfastly defended the players. They sacked the set-piece coach, but the set-piece defending, again, 20 set goals from set pieces, 4 of those, of course, penalties. And Wolves' 9 points and 40 goals conceded is their worst tallies in 16 games in a top-flight season since 83-84, when they had 7 points and 40 conceded. And obviously, we then, after that, went through triple relegations. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted that it has been made finally. And my understanding, as well as we've been reported by some of the press, is that they expect to have a new coach in ready for the Leicester game at the weekend. I'm going to be reading through all your comments now. This is a short one today, just to give you all of that. And obviously, we will keep you abreast, as always, of any breaking news. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button, because about 70% of you that watch our videos haven't got that subscribe button or the bell notifications. And there's obviously lots of news that's coming, and we try to keep you updated. I do want to bring on our producer, Emma, with her initial thoughts. Emma, welcome.
Morning, everyone.
Morning. And yeah, a Percy bomb dropped. Gary O'Neill's sacked. What's your thoughts? And then we'll go to the chat.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say it's never nice to see someone lose their job, but he's going to be well compensated. I'm sure he will have a successful career going forward, and it's definitely the right decision for him. I'm sure there's probably a degree of relief. He's struggled on for the last few games, and I mean, last night in his press interview, he did come out and say, "I have tried everything." Well, that just said to me he'd run out completely of ideas, and I mean, he should have gone a long time ago. He should have gone after Brentford for me.
Yeah, Brentford was bad, but he did get a run of results. Although, as you quite rightly pointed out, there was a bit of luck involved, piping over the cracks. And to me, the way the players why the dressing room and everything's imploded over the last 2 or 3 games was
it's carnage. It's just turmoil.
It's just endemic, isn't it, of what's been going on.
But what I do want to say is this is just the first step.
Yeah.
Sacking Gary O'Neill doesn't solve our problems in itself. It does indicate that the board and the leadership, Jeff Shee, are looking to move forward. But we'll see how ambitious they are by who they appoint, what they spend in the January transfer window, and whether they actually do enough to keep us out of the Championship. It's a tough ask. It's a real tough ask. The only thing that's going to fix it is cold, hard cash to get a really good manager in and some decent players.
Well, 100%. I mean, you were there because you were filming yesterday, and I was, I'm a glass half full type of guy, as you know. I always try to look at the positives, but yesterday it was like...
We all do that. We all want a positive outcome, but sometimes you have to go through these not so nice things to actually get where you want to go.
Well, it's taken too long. And I was saying yesterday, they had to act after yesterday. They had to act because millions of pounds, people's jobs, the local economies are depending on Wolves, people's jobs. It's just too much. It's just too much. And the fact that they've dillied and dallied or faffed about with talking to managers. If you're a manager of any ilk, if you're a manager of any gravitas or ilk, you want to know that when you come in, you're going to get backed. They've got an ambition. They're going to basically, give you the tools to do the job. No manager is going to come in with their arms tied behind their back. They're going to need to bring in their own people because this isn't just about Gary. It's about a lot of the rest of the staff that are with him are going to be cleared out. Someone new is going to want to bring in their own manager. And it's just, I'm just glad that they've done it. I just wish it would have been done too soon because a lot of people, like you say, Gary O'Neill as a person, no one wants to, we're not saying he's no one's been total vitriol. Every single Wolves fan has wanted him to be a success.
Of course, we wanted him to be successful.
He's a nice guy, but nice guys generally don't win anything. You need someone who, a Nuno-esque type of character, someone that has a reverence that the players can look to straight away and salvage respect. And they have got a job to do because they have got to pull a fragmented dressing room apart with players that have immense individual talent and make it into a cohesive team, because this team that we have got, the players that we've got, has got undoubted talent, but there's discipline issues, there's respect issues, and there's coordination and team issues. And of course, we need to invest in defence. And this isn't just about
these are all symptoms of mismanagement.
That's just what I'm saying. It's not just about the players. It goes further up the tree. It goes up the tree because decision-making over a long period of time has led us to this problem. And Jeff Shee, the board, Matt Hobbs have got a lot of work to do to get anywhere near back to getting the fans on side back with them and Fosun. And the only way they're going to do that is by bringing in a proper manager, backing him, and making sure that they do everything they can. And we want to hear that they're going to do that as well, you know.
I mean, we were talking this morning, weren't we? Or was it this morning or last night? I can't remember. Basically, is who's going to come in the January window if Gary O'Neill is still here after the debacle yesterday afternoon? No one would want to come into that team, seeing them, the chaos.
This is what Jack said. There's been 5 managers apparently that turned us down already, and maybe they have, but maybe they've turned them down because they've gone, well, you've got to work under this sustainability model. It's like, get a grip. They have got to, if they go back to them and say, right, okay, we've had a resync, we're going to do this, then they might change. Some of those managers might change their mind, but we can't be having come through the door another Gary O'Neill type person. We can't
Where
be having.
Do you think Gary O'Neill went wrong? I know where I think he went wrong.
Well, let's hear your thoughts.
I asked you the question.
And like, you've got something
I mean,
to say.
I think there's a few things.
People don't hear from you all the time, Emma. So people will be very interested to hear your
That's
thoughts.
probably a good thing.
You'll be behind the scenes on Extra Time Special tonight, managing all the comments and stuff like that. So let's see. People want to hear your thoughts.
I think he's been too close to the players. He's been too much of a friend and hasn't demanded that respect for a start. I also think he's overcomplicated everything that we do. I do think he has been hamstrung by not necessarily the sales. I think the sales were inevitable, and most Wolves fans were fine with Max Kilman leaving, Pedro Neto leaving. They just expected that money to be spent to improve the squad, and I think he was hamstrung in that respect, but not enough for the chaos that we've seen and this really poor run. But I mean, I do think he wasn't ruthless enough. He was too nice.
Too nice in what way?
What do you think? You say no.
What, too nice in what way?
He got too close to the players. It was more like their friend and their manager, and he probably wasn't. That's why we had the discipline problems, is because he wasn't firm enough and strong enough and in charge.
Yeah, and he's, inexperienced at this level. And Gary O'Neill has got he's ability.
He's also fairly close in age. He's not been that long out of playing football himself.
Yeah, but you can look at McKenna at Ipswich and play people like that. But he's taken a group of players from League One all the way through. And you saw the Ipswich fans yesterday. They understand that. So they were well on side. This is a period, they've got their first year in the Premier League. They kind of have low expectations. Wolves fans have a lot higher expectations than being involved in a relegation battle, especially as we were told by Matt in a thing that they had aspirations of going into Europe this year. So, like a lot of people have said, and quite rightly so, players have been sold. You look at the talent of players that have been sold over the last 2 or 3 years, and it's like, managed decline. And our chairman, Jeff, has come out and said patience, and, it's all about patience and things. But people have patience if they can see a trajectory that's going like that, not a trajectory that's going down. And so patience ran out from a lot of people. And there's a lot of angry people that are there. And now the acid test right now is getting in the right manager. That is not a Steve Cooper. That is not a Rob Edwards. Although I've got a lot of time.
It's not Thomas Corporate either.
It's not. Although I've got a lot of time for Rob Edwards, but he's again another Gary O'Neill, and he's got to learn a lot more of his trade. He's not ready. It's not Albion's manager Carlos Corberán, although he'd fit right in because I think he's won 2 in 13. I know Jeff apparently likes him, but it's definitely not Carlos Corberán. It's got to be someone with some real gravitas that can command that dressing room, can command the respect, can put an arm round the shoulder of a player that needs it, can kick someone off the backside if they need it. And if they step out of line, tough, you're going to earn your place. You've got to command that respect because they're coming into a fragmented dressing room, a club, a dressing room that's fighting, but in the wrong way at times, like off the pitch, that are falling out left, right, and centre. And that has got to be sorted out. And they've got to command that respect straight away. And we've got international players that have played under top managers. Paul has just sent a super chat, so let's put that on the screen to see what he said. He said he's appalled by Cunha. Thank you for the super chat, Paul. I'm a guy who wears glasses. Someone grabbing glasses. So am I as well, and so is Emma at the moment. Someone grabbing glasses in an appalling action. It just shows how toxic dressing room is, and it's heartbreaking. Absolutely right. I mean, Cunha, I met him not very long ago. You know, what's happened to him and all the emotions, I have no idea. But like Emma, you know, in the chat, Emma, in the chat, fire some names. Emma, who would you like to see them go out and get now?
I would like Sergio Conceição because I think he's the closest we're going to get to Nuno. But whether the time for him right now, I don't know. Whether he'd take it, I don't know, because he's an ambitious manager. If Fosun's, I mean, like they wanted Lopetegui. Look what happened there.
What do you mean?
I mean, at the moment, I just want someone that's going to get us out of the mess.
Well, we have got to get someone that's going to get us out of the mess. And that might be a David Moyes type of character that needs to come in at this point and get us out of the mess. Sergio Conceição, you know, he's very, very highly, you know, regarded. He's got lots of experience. He only left Porto because they had new owners and they wanted new ideas. The Porto fans wasn't happening. And, you know, all I can say from Porto fans that have kind of said is they reckon he's Nuno 2.0. I don't actually know that. It's just what you heard. Other people say not. But, you know, you need someone to come in that's got some gravitas. And I don't think if you have someone like Cooper that comes through the door, the fans are just going to go, what the hell are you doing? It's just not, you're just going to have a backlash on that. The same with Rob Edwards, although he is Wolves through and through, he's just not ready. The same, you know, with going and getting Carlos Corbelan from Albion, you go in and get the Albion manager. It's like they'll just, if things go bad and he takes us down, they'll be just going Agent Corberan. You know, you just can't have that. So, I mean, what have we got? I mean, someone,
yeah. I was going to say sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say sort of 6 weeks ago, I had different sort of ideas about the manager. Now I just feel a bit of desperation. We're in an even worse position. I'll just take anyone that I think.
Apparently, like I say, and we've tweeted this as well. I think that it's come out from being reported that.
Yeah, from the reports.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the announcement that he's sacked will come out today from Wolves and the replacement will come out tomorrow if they really have got someone lined up.
Yeah, well, they're saying that it's been reported that they're expecting all of Gary O'Neill's backroom staff to be sacked and Wolves
it's a manager with a team.
Appoint a manager before the weekend, and that's great because we need someone to come in now. It's like we were talking, weren't we, on the way in the, you know, when we were doing all the reporting after the game yesterday, we were talking, you said it needs to be done now because we've got January coming up and what did you say? It's the last possible opportunity to do it. You said that, did you not?
Yeah.
It's the last possible opportunity to do it. It basically, yeah, can't imagine who'd take the Poisson challenge. Well, if they're paid very well, and they know they could, let's face it, put it like this. I get what people are saying exactly about that. I can understand because of everything that's gone on over the last 2 or 3 years. You can understand that. But if they're going to get paid a lot of money, if they're going to be able to bring their staff in, if they're going to get backed and in the January window, if they can, like, if they look at the squad and they see the squad that we have got Brazilian internationals in our team. We've got great players in our team. We've got some really talented individuals. We've got problems in the defense, but these problems can be fixed by proper coaching, proper structures, and a bit of investment. They can look at our squad and think this we are underachieving. We're playing as individuals. It's like what we said yesterday. I mean, Ipswich are playing above their parts because they have a team that have been together a long time, that have got fight in them, that have got a structure, that are playing for their manager, and that's why you saw the Ipswich fans backing them yesterday. The Wolves fans have seen through Gary O'Neill and this farce for a very, very long time now, and it's falling apart because they're playing as individuals. And the Bournemouth fan, Kirk, that came on 18 months ago, he was nail on the head when he came in and he said, Gary O'Neill, you'll hear all these excuses. You've got to say the guy was absolutely right. If you get a chance to watch that video, watch it back. Everything he said has come to pass. He relies on moments of brilliance and he talks excuses, and it's right what he said in here, Emma. Exactly right.
Yeah, exactly right. But first of all, I just want to apologise because I was laughing then when you were talking, but I wasn't laughing at you. I just read one of the comments that just made me laugh. And it says,
you are an admin, you can put it on the screen.
Oh, right, okay. Cooper out, getting it in early.
Cooper out, getting it in
early. It made me laugh. So I wasn't laughing at you. I'd read that comment and I was just chuckling away.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind them going and getting Moutinho. I know, like, he's over in Fenerbahce, but he has Moutinho has come out.
You're not very Moutinho or Mourinho?
Moutinho.
As in Sharon Moutinho?
The manager,
Mourinho.
Mourinho, yeah. That's what I say. Mourinho.
Two different people.
Yeah, Mourinho, get me T's and my R's wrong. You know, I know he's over at Fenerbahce or wherever he is at the moment in Turkey, but he came out not very long ago and said he wanted his next job to be in the Premier League with a team down the bottom as a different challenge.
But he also said that was when his contract ended at Fenerbahce, and he's got quite a little while.
Money.
We haven't got enough money to tempt Mourinho.
Oh, he wants the challenge. So why not test the water?
I don't think he wants a relegation challenge.
He's a winner. He gets things
happen. He don't want that sort of challenge.
How do you know you're in his head?
Oh, come on. It's Mourinho.
Yeah, but he said he wants to manage a team down the bottom of the... He's publicly said it. So, like, if they can buy him and get him out of his contract...
Down the bottom, not relegation fodder.
Well, he said down the bottom. You can't get much closer down the bottom than that, can he? Look at that challenge of taking our great club from the doldrums and actually achieving something.
Yeah, but I think he would also require some ambition going forward.
Of course he would. So would every manager that comes in.
Yeah.
Every single manager. And he would demand it. But that's not saying... I think this is what I'm saying. You say they need to forget this sustainability crap there is at the moment. And they need to...
Absolutely, 100% agree with you.
They have to be... Well, you've said this... So if they do that, and it's like what I said at the end, I said at my video yesterday, they need to make action, they need to show ambition, they need to back the manager, and they need to have a change of course, because the course at the moment is the trapdoor in the Championship, and the only way to avoid that is to actually think, this ain't working, this is not working, we've got to spend some money and invest, because if they're going to save their investment and not lose 250 to 300 million off the value of Wolves if they were to sell, then we need to be in the Premier League and we need to spend and sod FFP and PSR, because it don't matter if you're in the Championship. We need to stay up. We need to stay up. You know, we've got valuable assets if we need to, once we get into summer, that we can recoup a little bit of money up. But right now we need to spend to stay up.
Do you have faith that they will do that?
I have no faith at the moment. I don't think anyone does. But this is what I'm saying. This is what needs to happen. And if they're
I
listening
still
to the
think
fans,
we need more. I still think we need more than centre back to fix this problem. We need
okay,
a few players
okay,
coming. I'm not.
Chairman, what do we want? What should
I don't
happen?
know.
We've got 5 minutes left of this show.
I think we need two centre backs,
Yeah,
not just one.
two.
But I do. Yeah, I do think we need two centre backs, not just one.
Who's not good enough, in your opinion?
Santi Bueno.
You ain't a fan.
No.
Okay. Do you not
He's
think
not-
he'd be better with more experienced centre backs right by the side of him? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Potentially.
He might go to a back three, you know.
Yeah. But we've had Craig Dawson.
Two centre backs. What else?
And Craig Dawson's too old.
He's good for manhandling Ryan Ait-Nouri down the tunnel, though.
I did like him picking him up. But I just think it depends who they sell as well. Because there will be exits in January. There's players that aren't happy, that aren't getting a game. There's players that are out of contract in the summer.
Probably is the highest paid player on the thing. We
he
need
could
to
end
sign.
Up going.
Yeah, Semedo needs to sign a new contract. Maybe that would change. Maybe Kuna's view on contract would change. But
Jose Sarr will probably go out.
Maybe, yeah. There will be things, but they cannot be selling your main players like your Kunas and stuff in January. You've got to build a team. And Tommy Doyle, you've got to build a team around that young man as well. That lad has got, he was one of them on, and Conchalo get it, yesterday as well. He was putting a shift in. But Tommy Doyle, he epitomised me for everything that we should have been yesterday. When he came on, he must have been frustrated. He was brilliant. Build a team around these sort of players. Joe Gomez, Cunha, Tommy Doyle. You need the spine of the club and build it around that. At the moment, firefighting. We've got to get out of this position and do whatever we need to do to get out of it. And they have to bring in the right man, because a Steve Cooper or anyone like that is not going to be that man. We're going to go down with someone like him, because he's just going to be replacing, Peter for Paul if we do that.
But what I'm sort of saying, I'm not saying two centre backs will fix it. I'm saying to change the mindset, we need more than just a couple of players coming in. And I really, really don't want to see a profit in this window.
I tell you what, as well, Dan Ashworth, the ex-Man United Newcastle guy who lives around Wolverhampton, who has contacts and stuff like that, I'd be getting him involved. I'd be getting him in the club in some capacity, even if it's a CEO, whatever, because he is a proven winner at clubs where he's been as well. His son's in the academy. He's right on our doorstep. He's out of work. Bring him in as well, because we need his set of contacts to be able to do stuff as well. He's got that experience as well, and he's local. I mean, I'm just putting that out there, whether that would happen or not. But I just don't
see Jeff Shee recognising any of the bigger problems at Wolves.
Well, he should, and the board that are there as well, and there are good people around in upper management positions and stuff like that at the club. And I've said that the board hopefully have made Jeff C, should I say, and there's a change. And I hope that that's been the case, because apparently there was a meeting last night at 8:30. Apparently Jeff wasn't at the game to hear all the shouting and stuff like that. But he's obviously aware that it's coming, and finally something's happened. So yeah, Klopp is 40-1. Would imagine. I know.
Yeah, that's because people are actually betting on him.
Anyway, just for the last couple of minutes, if you've got any quick questions or quick statements, we will shout them out, read them out, and then we will be doing an extra time special tonight. We will be doing one of those tonight, which I hope you agree. The delay on the match vlog will be now not go out till Monday.
I've got some manager odds here if you want me to tell you what they are.
We've got some manager odds from the producer. Go on. Work from the bottom. Work from the bottom. Rather, work from the outsider to the top one. Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, there's two at 20-1.
Yeah.
Which are Michael Carrick and Lee Carsley.
Michael Carrick, Middlesbrough manager, is doing really well there. Lee Carsley, ex-England under-21s, managed the England team recently.
These are Bet365, by the way, just to throw that out there.
I've got a free advert there.
They did, yeah. There's 3 at 16 to 1, which is Sergio Conceição, Steve Cooper, and Jose Mourinho.
Oh, he's coming at 16 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Conceição and Mourinho, but no Cooper, please. To just push him out to 1 million to 1, thanks.
Rob Edwards is 14 to 1. That would be a big mistake.
Yeah, it's not. He's not ready.
Graham Potter 12 to 1.
Yeah.
Carlos Corberán 4 to 1.
Please, no. He's the bloody West Brom manager. No, thank you. That's a mistake. It's like when Lambert went from Norwich to Ipswich. The Ipswich fans will know all about that. It's a mistake. It happened with Villa. Did it once when they had Steve Bruce from Birmingham to Villa. It don't work. He's always going to be up against it. It don't work. That's a mistake. Cannot happen. David
Moyes is 3 to 1, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is 7 to 4.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there yesterday. What did he? Did they meet bump in the corridor and say, "Oh, hey, do you fancy taking this on?"
Jeff Shee wasn't there though, so he wasn't there to meet Jeff Shee. He was there with Ed Sheeran and a load of Ipswich fans.
Yeah, maybe that's why people are putting money on him. Anyway,
because he was there. So his odds have got bumped up because people are betting on him.
Possibly, which will be interesting. Let's. Any final thoughts then? We're just going to finish now. Guys, there will be, this is just initial reaction to this news. I'm just going to see whether, just refresh the Wolves website, see whether there is anything from Wolves. No, they've still not put a thing. So we'll cover it off in more detail later on this evening in extra time. We're off for a nice little meal at 1:30 with my dad and the family. As I say, it would have been my mom's birthday yesterday at the game. So obviously we couldn't go for a family meal to celebrate her life yesterday and wish her a happy birthday. So we are going at 1:30. So listen, we will be back this evening. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, because tonight is going to be an epic, special, extra time. And we're going to have lots of fans' opinions coming on to discuss this. And hopefully we'll have more developments for you later on this evening. And Rodders07, thank you ever so much for saying that. I really do appreciate it. And from myself and our producer, who will be behind the scenes monitoring everything tonight, if you're watching this on catch up, obviously leave it in the comment section. Until the next one, which will be tonight, always Wolves.
Always Wolves. See you, folks.